First time posting. Just really don't know what to do at this point. I, 40 female, have been married to my husband, 36 male, for 9 years. Few days ago, I found messages in my husband's phone from an ex-co-worker saying she missed him so much, not the sex thing, just lying with him, cuddling, embracing, her words. A little backstory for context. I first found out about their relationship in the summer of 2022. I caught him texting with this woman from work, who was also married. Let's call her B. All very flirtatious messages between them. B saying if he couldn't put it inside her, she'd take him in her mouth, that he wants her so bad. They called each other babe. I was enraged, deeply hurt, and just so disappointed. He said he was sorry, that it was just all talk, that they haven't done anything. I messaged B to confront her, sending her the screenshots and even threatening her of reporting them to HR and sending the screenshots to their other workmates. Of course, she denied everything, saying the same excuse that it was all just trashy talk, that it was how they all talk at work. I wanted to follow through with my threats, but I didn't cause I didn't want any scandal. At that moment, he was apologetic, seemed remorseful even, but the following days he acted like nothing happened, while I spent my nights crying. I kept everything to myself, never told anyone, family or friend, cause I didn't want them to think ill of him. After 2 weeks of ignoring him, I cooled down and talked to him about what happened, communicated how I felt. But instead of apologizing properly and promising to never do it again, he got mad at me, blaming me that I'm too sensitive, I read into things too much, that it was my fault for wanting to know. I work from home full-time while also being a full-time mom, and he told me that I should go out of the house and socialize, to go out of my bubble, because my expectation of him is not realistic, that it's normal for men to flirt. I asked him how he would feel if I do the same, and he said he would be okay with it, knowing full well I couldn't do the same because I'm not that kind of woman. I let the whole thing go because I was just too tired to fight him, and everything was weighing down on me. Against my better judgment, I took his word for it, that it was all just texting, and moved on from the incident. Everything was great after that. He was sweet again, and our sex life greatly improved. So, everything was good, and it was all just indeed texts. Fast forward to early this year, I found a selfie of them together in his phone. They were at a restaurant, she cradling his arm with her head on his shoulder like couples do. The photo even had a heart and a happy birthday on it for B's birthday. I was livid. I thought they had stopped, but apparently not. I confronted him about it. At first he said he was sorry, said they were with a group and just posed for the photo, that it was an old photo that he edited. My head is saying he's lying, but my heart was hoping he was telling the truth. We had a huge fight. He said hurtful words to me, basically saying I was never his first choice. He would not have been with me if his ex didn't move to another city. As always, he managed to turn things around and was more angry than I was when in fact he was the one at fault. No matter what he does, it always ends up to be my fault. What hurts the most was the photo was taken around the time I was going through a miscarriage. He was fooling around while I was grieving the loss. I was going to leave him at this point, but I just couldn't do it. I love him with all my heart, and I don't want to break our family. I chose to forgive for the sake of our family and for my sanity, though I still couldn't trust him. Now, the present. He had since left his job to pursue something else. From time to time, I would jokingly ask him if they are still texting, and he would always say no. But a few days ago, I read those messages from B saying she missed him, not the sex thing, just cuddling in bed. This confirms they did sleep together and are still texting and sending selfies to each other. I'm not even angry anymore, just so disappointed and sad. All the lies. I don't know what's true anymore. He didn't know yet that I had read the messages. I'm just stewing on this for days and act like nothing's going on because I'm not ready to confront him and decide on the future of our marriage. I don't know what to do. Is this enough reason to throw in the towel? I feel like I should fight for us because I made that vow, for better or worse, yet at the same time I don't know how I can trust him again. Childcare is mostly on me, but he does help with chores and run errands, so I'm here to vent and ask for advice because there's no one I can talk to. I don't think I could ever leave. Where will I find the courage to leave? I love him still, in spite of all these flaws. Maybe it's my fault for going through his phone, and it's my fault for letting him do this to me over and over again. If you are still reading, thank you for taking the time. TLDR. Read messages in my husband's phone confirming he had sex with coworker ETA. Thank you all for your responses. I guess I've known all along what needs to be done. I just don't have the spine to do it. Posting here for strangers to read my story is my first little step, as I never tell a soul anything that goes on in my marriage. Someone suggested opening the marriage, but that's not an option for me. My husband is the only man I have ever been with, and I can't imagine me being with someone else at the same time. Next step would be to talk to a trusted family member to help me navigate this, one little step at a time in hopefully the right direction. Thank you again for challenging me to man up and regain my self-respect. While some of the comments are like a kick in the stomach, some are also kind, and I appreciate both. Absolutely, this is a valid reason to end the relationship. He has been lying to you every day for years. If he hasn't already repeated his behavior, he likely will. You deserve much better than this. There are partners out there who are genuinely good and caring, unlike him. Did you miss my previous video? How dare you? Just kidding. Catch you in this video?